I work at the National Museum of Natural History and Science, which has also the Botanic Garden has a part of it. And what I'm going to show you today is some examples of what we do as a learning outside the school institutions in inquiry-based science education. So the museum has lots of different collections on natural history and history of science. It has also the Botanic Garden, so the idea is to use those collections as objects that the students may use when they develop some scientific themes with their teachers, and then come to the museum or to the Botanic Garden and develop some investigation about the scientific themes they are in. So, as Margaret explained before, you already know the inquiry-based scenario, but at the museum, what we want to do is to, of course, use the collections to experience in real context, so the hands-on experience, but also to have the minds-on experience to develop investigation plans while the students are there, and if we can, before going there and after being there with the help of their teachers. And the idea is that we can manage to have an inquiry-based science education and also to engage them in some emotionally attached to the study of science, to the biodiversity conservation, to environmental education, and get the hearts on science and the hearts on sustainability, for instance. So we had a project. This was an European project for 3 years, from 2010 to 2013, more or less. And the idea was to really have the teachers with us, teachers from students from 11 to the secondary school, honestly. So they had some courses on inquiry-based, and some of them are here today, and it's very good to see everybody is still so interested in having this as a method for teaching, and as a method for teaching science and, of course, biodiversity, which is a very difficult topic to develop with the students. So we had some assessment tools during the course. We had questionnaires, we had observation grids of what they did with their students. We had some worksheets. We had also portfolios of evidence. All the teachers delivered their portfolio of evidence, showing them and giving them their proposals of inquiry-based activities to develop with their students. So the results, just to say that this was a 60-hour course. We had 31 teachers, and they were from 25 different schools from the south and center of Portugal. And the results from comparing the pre and post questionnaires, of course I didn't brought you here the whole analysis, but the thing is that the results demonstrated that teachers really understood the importance of an inquiry-based activity to foster the science education and the learning about biodiversity. That was the case of this course. And they also highlighted the importance of community of practice, of having other teachers to share their experiences and to develop another very interesting way of teaching science, and in this case biodiversity. So this was just a slide I brought you. Of course, Margaret told you everything about inquiry, but for me this is useful to explain to you an activity we perform at the Botanic Garden, and we use the Botanic Garden as a learning outside the classroom institution in the phase of the visit. So in the phase that the students go there to explore and to collect some evidences about what they are studying. Of course, that we can use the Botanic Garden or a science center or a museum to engage them also. We can do whatever we want in terms of using learning outside the school experiences, which is very important for them to connect to real contexts and to connect to the daily life and to connect with the subjects they know about themselves and about their lives. But this is just for me to tell you that the activity that I'm going to explain now, it's, we use the Botanic Garden in phase 3, where the participants go there and really collect some evidences about what they are studying. So the activity's name is The Plants of the World. It's about plant adaptations. And if we manage to have a contact with teachers before the activity, of course we ask teachers to provoke their curiosity in the school in terms of developing some research about the theme before coming to the garden on plant adaptations. And when they come to the garden, we receive the school groups and we give them some photographs like that one. And the idea is that the students, they have groups, of course. We ask them to work in groups. And they look to the plant, and the idea is, where does this plant come from? So why are plants so different? And just looking to the plant, can I tell something about the plant? And can I tell where does it come from? And if I think that the plant comes from the desert, where are the deserts in the world? So we give a map to them, and the idea is these are the main ecoregions in the world, and you can, the groups will, with the pencil in the maps, they will mark the places where they think this is an hypothesis. So they formulate hypotheses and say, okay, I think this plant comes from maybe the desert, and the desert is red. So I can put my plant here. Yes, that's an hypothesis, but I need to confirm my hypothesis. So then we give groups a map of the Botanic Garden. This is the Botanic Garden. And we have 4 different colors in the map. And the idea is, please go and search your plant. Of course, we give them the plant name because otherwise it would be impossible for them to discover the plants. We have 1,500 plants, different species at Botanic Garden. So, but we give them the name of the plant and say to them, okay, so you have the names there. Go find out your plant, please. You will take notes about the main special characteristics or adaptations of that plant by drawing. And then please put the name of the plant and put the place where the plant comes from, because it's written on the plate of the plant. So, but we ask them to do that about the plant they received, but also about one plant from each color. So they will do this 4 times for the plant they received, and 1 time for each color, the gray, the dark green, light green, and then the reddish. Okay? So they have this worksheet, and the idea is, okay, I have 4 plants, I have to go there, I have to discover them, and I have to take the main characteristics and then to put the plant's name and to put the place of origin. And we propose more or less 40 minutes for this, 10 minutes for each plant, because they have to discover the plants. And we say to them, we will gather in a meeting point. So then when we gather again, the idea is, and I don't know if you noticed that I followed the 5 E's. I put the engage, the explore. Now they explain, the evaluate, and the extend. It's more or less 20 minutes in the gathering point where we discuss with all groups. They must present the plants they saw, first the one they received in the first place. But then all plants must be presented, okay? They repeat themselves, of course, sometimes, but the idea is to present all the plants in the map of the Botanic Garden. And then the groups must connect the color of the map of the Botanic Garden, so the light green, the dark green, the gray or the reddish, to the ecoregion, to one ecoregion, to one possible ecoregion they saw on the first map. And this is a very, very interesting discussion, because they say, oh my God, this color has a meaning, so this was the color for the deserts, and this was the color, I don't know. Okay, so it's a very, very interesting activity. And then we show them the map again, the map of the ecoregions, and they have to confirm if the first hypothesis, if the cactus was really from the desert or not, okay? Because it cannot, they could have to reject their hypothesis. And at the end, because we want to continue working with the teachers, we give them some insights about other questions that can be raised from the same theme. And the idea is to motivate for an extension and to extend the theme in order the teachers can continue doing IBSC on other activities and trying developing the theme on biodiversity conservation. So what we do is we show to them two maps, and this is the map of, it's a model of temperatures for the present time, and this is a map for 2018. And if you, can you see the yellow? I asked some scientists working on modeling really to do this, so this is a real, well, this is based on what people that are researching this area take. So, but children just really get engaged with this, but this is at the end of the activity at Botanic Garden. So they start asking lots of questions. Oh, but what's going to happen to those plants we saw today? Because if this is really going to happen, the first question is this going to happen? And this raises lots of other questions. But if this is really going to happen, then what's going to happen to the plants? And the idea is, so let's help the teachers to continue this and to take this to the school and try to approach the climate change theme and the biodiversity conservation theme with their students. So this is the main idea. And okay, this is just for finishing. These are some of the things. Of course, we do assessment, we do questionnaires to the teachers, and we do some observation, and this was some of the things that I just wrote about what the students said and say on this activity. So maybe I think this is showing us that we are going on a good path to teach them about biodiversity conservation. So that's it. Thank you.